Good morning, team. Today we have three results: Infosys, HCL Tech, and Cyient. Now, and yesterday itself, few IT stocks have started to perform. So there were few data which came, which is very positive for IT companies. Let us see how IT stocks start to perform from here. And Auto Expo is going on in Delhi. Now that would trigger a rally in automobile stock, as Eicher Motor, Tata Motor, everybody is showcasing. Now even Cummins India, it is very interesting to note that Cummins India has showcased fuel agnostic engine system. So this will be produced in Tata Cummins plant in Paltan in Satara district of Maharashtra by end of 2023, and mass production will likely begin in 2024. They say this engine can run in biodiesel, ethanol, CNG, LNG, and other fuel, even if it is hydrogen. So now, and the company MD is also saying that a diesel truck can be retrofitted with fuel agnostic engine by swapping its existing diesel engine. This is said by MD Ashwatram to Business Standard. So this is very interesting. Already we like companies like Siemens, IDBI, and Cummins. As Indian capex has started to kickstart, these are three companies which are likely to benefit. And now rupee has strengthened for last 3 days, and we have been saying strengthening of rupee is very positive for oil marketing companies and standalone pure refiners. So yesterday itself we saw Hindustan Petroleum rallying, and other oil marketing companies like Chennai Petro, MRPL also rallying. Even gas companies, gas prices have come down and are due to strengthening of rupee, the import will even come down. So we like MGL and Gujarat Gas in that space. JSW Paints. Company has said it expects revenue to touch 5,000 crore mark by FY26. Company intends to add one more manufacturing unit in the next 3 years with the investment of 750 to 1,000 crores. This was said by Mr. Sudarshan AS, he is CEO of the company. He told BS in an interview. In FY22, the company turnover was 1,000 crores. FY23, this year, this financial year, it might double is what they are saying. So now there are competition coming into paint segment. That is why Asian Paint and Berger Paint is not rallying so much. TVS Motor Company has indicated its intention to invest in Madhya Pradesh at Global Investors Summit in 2023. So they have not given the figure. We need to wait and watch for that. LG Equipment has informed the exchange that it has sold a property, Pathan Inc., USA, a material subsidiary of the company, which constituted more than 20% of its total asset, but company has not disclosed the sale value. Cabinet has approved promotional incentive worth 2,600 crores for Rupiah debit cards, low value UPI transaction. So this can even benefit Paytm, but SBI cards will be also a major beneficiary. RITES and IIT Kanpur sign MOU for a sustainable future, transforming to green. So what implication it will have, we don't know. Root Mobile secures exclusive end-to-end partnership with one of the leading mobile network operator for international A2P messaging in Sri Lanka. Anthony Waste Handling company has given a business update. They said that they have witnessed a record sale of refused derived fuel, RDF, which stood at 15,333 tons. And even their wastage tonnage has increased by 4% year-on-year basis at 1,05,000 1.5 million ton. 5 paisa came with the results. This result is very interesting. There is a big turnaround in their results. Revenue is up 4% at 83.8 crores. Average client funding is 280 crores. And their profit after tax, they have turnaround, and now the profit are steadily growing. It is 11 crores and it is higher by 13 times. Company added 1,62,400 clients in Q3 FY23. And Petroleum Minister Hardip Singh Puri said that India has increased the number of its crude oil suppliers from 27 countries to 39 countries. We were importing from 27 countries in 2006-2007. Now the number is 39 in 2021-22, which mitigates the risks of major supplier. There was an interesting article which the Bloomberg released. India goals of becoming world factory, risk of being held back by countries' inability to attract bigger container ships due to inadequate port infrastructure. Indian coast aren't deep enough to handle vessels like Ever Alert, world's biggest container. The ship is almost 400 meters, can carry 24,000 boxes, but no, it is not. That ship didn't come to India because we don't have that kind of deep ports. But Adani's port in Kerala, Vijayam, it is in the tip of India. That port is a deep port, and the work is going on. If that come, then this issue will be addressed. This is a deep water transshipment container terminal. Singapore has, China has. This is very important for us to become a business hub, and we have the advantage of being in between the Asian countries and the Gulf and European countries. Chinese camera maker Sunny Optical to set up 300 million factory for Apple in India, as per Business Line report. Concor reported Q3 FY23 numbers. They said 5.18%. It is higher year-on-year basis. They have handled about 10,85,154 TEU. TEU is 20 food equivalent unit, and domestic volume was higher by 23.8%, whereas international volume, which is 80% of their volume, that was almost slightly negative. That is where the business was not so good. Ashiana Housing reported business update for Q3 FY23. The company has sold 9,04,000 square feet, 565 unit, and the sales value is 485 crores. Now, which is almost more than what they have done in the first half. So Ashiana Housing is something to watch out for. With that, over to you, Kshitija.
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। अभी हम लोग ये कॉल को एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं। आज इन्फोसिस, HCL टेक और सैंड के नंबर्स आने वाले हैं, तो इसी के कारण कल बहुत सारे आईटी स्टॉक ने ऑलरेडी परफॉर्म करना स्टार्ट किया था। देन ऑटो एक्सपो था, उसमें ऑटोमोबाइल जो स्टॉक्स है उसमें भी कल हम लोगों ने मोमेंटम देखा था। उसमें क्यूमेंस एक स्टॉक है, उन्होंने शोकेस कुछ एक इंजन शोकेस किया है जो मोस्टली रन करेगा, मतलब आगे जाके जो बायोडीजल है, सीएनजी है, हाइड्रोजन और उसके अलावा भी, और उसका जो मास प्रोडक्शन है 2024 में होगा। उनके सीईओ ने ऐसे कल ऑटो एक्सपो में अपडेट दिया। तो हम लोग को वो सेगमेंट में सीमेंस, एबीबी और क्यूमिंस जैसे स्टॉक्स अच्छे लगते हैं, तो आप वो स्टॉक के ऊपर ध्यान दे सकते हो। लास्ट 3 दिन से रूपी में स्ट्रेंथ दिख रही है, तो ये पॉजिटिव रहेगा ओएमसी कंपनीज के लिए। एचपीसीएल भी हम लोगों ने कल रैली देखी, चेन्नई पेट्रोल, एमआरपीएल में भी रैली देखी, तो ये स्टॉक के ऊपर आप ध्यान दे सकते हो। इसके कारण इंपोर्ट जो है वो हमारा नीचे आ गया, और इवन गैस के जो प्राइसेस है वो भी नीचे आ गए, तो आईजीएल और एमजीएल जिस स्टॉक के ऊपर आप वॉच आउट कर सकते हो। देन टीवीएस मोटर है, उन्होंने बोला है कि वो इन्वेस्ट करेंगे मध्य प्रदेश में, बट फिगर अभी भी रिवील नहीं हुई है। देन कैबिनेट है प्रमोशन, उन्होंने इंसेंटिव्स जारी किया है जो यूपीआई पेमेंट है उसके लिए प्रमोशनल बेसिस पे, तो पेटीएम के लिए पॉजिटिव रहेगा, बट मेजर बेनिफिशियरी रहेगा वो एसबीआई कार्ड रहेगा। देन राइट्स एंड आईआईटी कानपुर ने एक टाई अप किया है प्रोजेक्ट के लिए। देन नेक्स्ट अपडेट है 5 पैसा के नंबर्स आए थे। रेवेन्यू जो है वो 83.8 करोड़ आया था। उनका जो एवरेज क्लाइंट फंड है कुछ अराउंड 83 करोड़ है, और जो पैट है वो भी टर्न अराउंड हो रहा है, जो 11 करोड़ रिपोर्ट किया है कंपनी ने, जो 30 टाइम्स हायर है। और Q3 फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23 में उनके 1,64,000 के अराउंड कुछ क्लाइंट्स है। देन नेक्स्ट अपडेट है हम लोग पहले जो क्रूड ऑयल है वो इंपोर्ट करते थे 2006 और 7 में 27 कंट्रीज से, पर अभी जाके वो नंबर इंक्रीज हुआ है, वो 30 कंट्रीज से हम लोग इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। 2020 2022 का ये नंबर्स हैं। देन नेक्स्ट अपडेट है चाइनीज कैमरा मेकर जो कंपनी सनी करके वो सेटअप करने वाली है आईफोन के लिए वो प्लांट इंडिया में। देन कॉनकॉस के भी नंबर्स आए थे। कॉनकॉस के नंबर्स में उनका जो हाई ग्रोथ है वो 5.18% से इंक्रीज हुआ था ईयर ऑन ईयर। देन आशियाना हाउसिंग के भी नंबर्स आए थे। कंपनी ने सोल्ड किया कुछ अराउंड 9,04,000 के अराउंड कुछ स्क्वायर फीट, मतलब 565 यूनिट्स है, और उसकी जो वैल्यू है वो 484 करोड़ है। तो ये स्टॉक एक वॉच आउट करने जैसा होगा। एंड देन कल जो ऑटो एक्सपो हुआ था उसके अपडेट है। मारुति सुजुकी है, उन्होंने कंसेप्ट इलेक्ट्रिक एसयूवी ईवीएक्स शोकेस किया है। ये एक मिड साइज इलेक्ट्रिक एसयूवी है जो 16 किलो 16 किलोवाट बैटरी बैकअप होगा, और उसकी जो ड्राइविंग रेंज है वो 550 किलोमीटर है। और कंपनी का प्लान है कि वो मार्केट में 2025 तक लेके आएंगे, और उसकी जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है वो कुछ अराउंड 10,000 करोड़ है प्रोडक्शन और बीवीज में और उनके बैटरीज में। देन अशोक लेलैंड ने न्यू अल्टरनेटिव एनर्जी प्रोडक्ट रिवील किए, और उनका जो शोकेस है वोल्वो इलेक्ट्रिक इंटरसिटी बस का, वो भी ट्रैवल अप टू 500 किलो रेंज है, और 45 मिनट्स का उसका चार्जिंग टाइम है। और आज टीवीएस मोटर, हीरो मोटोकॉर्प और बजाज ऑटो कोई बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स लॉन्च करने का हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं। तो ऑटो सेगमेंट में महिंद्रा एंड आयशर हमारे टॉप पिक है। देन नेक्स्ट अपडेट है टाटा मोटर्स है। इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल का उनका जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है कंपनी के पोर्टफोलियो में वो इंक्रीज होने वाला है नेक्स्ट 5 इयर्स में, जो 25% से इंक्रीज होगा, और वो 50% से इंक्रीज करने का उनका प्लान है 2030 तक। ऐसे जो चेयरमैन है चंद्रशेखर, उन्होंने कल ऑटो एक्सपर्ट में अपडेट किया है। देन नेक्स्ट अपडेट है एसबीआई के ऊपर। जो एसबीआई है उन्होंने चेला सेट्टी को जो उनका जो टर्म था मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर का वो एक्सटेंड कर दिया है 2 ईयर्स से, और ये इफेक्टिव होगा जनवरी 20 से। देन नेक्स्ट अपडेट है पीबी फिनटेक के ऊपर। कंपनी की जो होली ओन सब्सिडरी है पीबी फाइनेंशियल अकाउंट एग्रीगेटर, उनको आरबीआई से सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन का अप्रूवल रिसीव मिला है, जो एनबीएफसी अकाउंट एग्रीगेटर है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है रेलटेल कंपनी है, उनको एक ऑर्डर मिला है, और उसका जो एग्रीगेटेड वर्क ऑर्डर की जो वैल्यू है वो 292.74 करोड़ है। देन फेडरल बैंक है, उनको जो आरबीआई ने लेटर है मतलब अप्रूवल दिया था रीअपॉइंट के लिए, शालिनी वॉरियर वो एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर है नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स के लिए, जो अभी इफेक्टिव होगा Jan 15 2023 से लेके Jan 14 2026 तक। तो ये कंपनी के लिए पॉजिटिव रहेगा क्योंकि उनका जो मैनेजमेंट है वो कंटिन्यू हो रहा है। तो देन नेक्स्ट अपडेट है अतुल ऑटो के ऊपर। जो 3 व्हीलर मेकर कंपनी है उन्होंने अनाउंस किया कि वो इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल स्पेस में एंटर करने वाले हैं और लॉन्च करेंगे 2 मॉडल्स ऑटो एक्सपो 2023 में। जो अतुल ग्रीनटेक प्राइवेट लिमिटेड और उनकी जो सब्सिडरी कंपनी है जो लॉन्च करने वाली मोबिली पैसेंजर व्हीकल एंड कार्गो वेरिएंट इंजन एनर्जीज सॉरी। सो नेक्स्ट अपडेट है अदानी इंटरप्राइज के ऊपर अदानी ग्रुप है, उन्होंने बोला है कि उनका प्लान है कि वो इन्वेस्ट करेंगे 16,000 करोड़ मध्य प्रदेश में मिनरल एक्सप्लोरेशन, एनर्जी, एग्रीकल्चर, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी एंड कोल सेक्टर्स में। और ये उसका जो टाइमलाइन है इन्वेस्टमेंट का वो कंपनी ने अपडेट नहीं दिया है। द नेक्स्ट अपडेट है रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर। रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री का जो आर्म है रिलायंस जियो इन्फोकॉम, उनका प्लान है कि वो इन्वेस्ट करेंगे अराउंड 40,446 करोड़, जो एक्सपांड करेंगे फुटप्रिंट तमिलनाडु में, और वो अनेबल करेंगे ट्रू 5G सर्विसेज 5 सिटीज में। नेक्स्ट अपडेट ओएनजीसी के ऊपर। ओएनजीसी का जो त्रिपुरा पावर कंपनी लिमिटेड है, उन्होंने साइन किया है मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग MOU आसाम पावर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कंपनी के साथ, जो डेवलप करेंगे बैटरी एनर्जी स्टोरेज सिस्टम, जो उसको BESS प्रोजेक्ट बोलते हैं, और उसकी जो कैपेसिटी होगी वो 250 मेगावाट से लेके 500 मेगावाट तक होगी, और ये फेज मैनर में होगा आसाम में।
Technicals and derivatives outlook. So on the daily chart yesterday, we saw that there was some amount of selling in the market, but then Nifty has closed flat by 18 points. So during the day, metals, POC banks, and FMCG were the one where we saw this trend, while healthcare and auto stocks traded in the red. So yesterday the candlestick pattern is a doji, and it has taken support near to 17,800 level. So looking at the data, we believe there is a support at this level, and for the day there can be some bounce in the index. So on the way up, I believe 18,000, 18,100 will be the upside. And lastly, I continue to maintain that we are in the range. So 17,800 to 18,300 we will be the range for the Nifty. Only on the cautious note, as I mentioned earlier, 17,750 will be the level. If that is broken, then we will be cautious. So the view for the day is being an expiry week. I expect it to see a little bit of bounce, as yesterday the market has taken a little bit support near the 17,800 level. Coming to Bank Nifty, the Bank Nifty was the outperformer in yesterday's session. So Bank Nifty was up by 200 points, which closed at 42,232 level. So even the advance decline ratio was positive. The stocks like HDFC, Bank of Baroda, and ICICI had closed in green, where only the IndusInd Bank was the one counter which closed below 1%. So looking at the chart pattern, I believe the Bank Nifty has taken support at 42,000, and we should see some amount of bounce in today's session. So largely 42,500 to 42,700 can be the bounce for the day. And overall, the range for the Bank Nifty still continues to remain the same, 41,500 to 43,000. So only bias for the day is positive, and we can see some amount of bounce. Coming to the derivatives report, in Nifty, the Nifty has seen a long unwinding in yesterday's session to the tune of 0.78%, and which is a deduction of 7.8 million shares. So, and the put call ratio also, as yesterday, has increased from 0.71% to 0.75%, which is positive. But largely, we need a PCR above 1 ratio. Coming to, and the major additions which we saw yesterday was 17,800 put writing. So that should act as a support. Whereas on the higher side, the call front 18,000, 18,100, 18,200. So this were the three strike prices. Major call writing has happened. So largely it is largely that can see some resistance in the Nifty. The same with the Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty has seen a short covering in yesterday's session to the tune of minus 6.23%, which was an addition of 25.30 million shares. Coming to put call ratio has advanced from 0.57 to 0.81 ratio. That is also positive for the Bank Nifty. And the major additions were seen at the 42,000 put option. So that would be a support. And on the call front, 42,500 and 43,000. So that might act as a resistance. So being expiry, little bit bounce is expected. Stocks wise, Voltas, Indigo, and Sun Pharma are something which are looking positive on charts. So I maintain a positive view on this counter. So coming to FI data, FIs were marginally, they just sold 1,800 lots, and net they are short by 30,000 contracts. And their long short ratio has just improved from 40 to 41. So that's a little bit on the up, like one point up. So I believe the market is in range, and today it should find some support, and higher side close to 18,000 and 42,500 can be the expiry levels for both the indexes. That's all from my mind. I'll hand over to Bunty sir for more research updates.
Thank you, Brijesh. Good morning, sir. Good morning, team. Few updates from my side. Starting with the auto sector, yesterday there was an auto expo in which auto companies has showcased their new models. Starting with the Maruti Suzuki. Maruti Suzuki showcased the concept electric SUV EVX It is a mid-size electric SUV powered by 60 kWh battery pack, offering up offering up to 550 km of driving range. Company plans to bring this model by 2025 with the investment of around 10,000 crores in the production of BEVs and their batteries. Next, Ashok Leyland has revealed 6 new alternative energy products. Next, Eicher has showcased Volvo electric intercity bus that can travel up to 500 kilometers of range with 45 minutes of charging time. So it seems to be today, a few other companies like TVS Motors, Hero Motocorp, and Bajaj Auto will showcase their new models. So it seems to be across the auto industry, every auto OEM is focused more on the electric vehicle as such. So that seems to be the next trigger or next focus area for the OEMs. So in the auto sector, we prefer Mahindra and Mahindra and Eicher, which is our top picks and are our buy rating. Continuing with the Auto Expo, Tata Motors has shared that electric vehicle contribution in the company's portfolio is likely to increase to 25% in next 5 years and to reach 50% by 2030. The group chairman, Mr. Chandrasekhar, has said in the Auto Expo. Next is on the SBI. Ministry of Finance has extended Mr. Sethi's term as MD by 2 years with effect from January 2023. So this seems to be very much positive because historically, generally there has been after the term end, there has been a shift of the MD. Now it seems to be in the PSU banks culture also there has been extension of the term for the management, which shows the continuity of the management. So this seems to be very much positive across the PSU banking as such. Next is the PB FinTech. The company's wholly owned subsidiary, which is PB Financial Account Aggregator, has received a certificate of registration as NBFC account aggregator from RBI. So this seems to be the very much positive with respect to PB FinTech stock as well. Next is on the RailTel. The company has shared that they have received aggregate work orders worth 292.74 crores. So this boosts the order book for the RailTel. So it bodes well positive for the RailTel. Lastly, on the Federal Bank, our Federal Bank has shared that RBI has given its approval for the reappointment of Ms. Shalini Warrior as the ED of the bank for next 3 years effective January 15, 2023. So this seems to be positive because continuation of management for the business continuity, business growth seems to be very much in line with the targeted set for the bank asset. And we are very much bullish on the Federal Bank among the mid cap. It's our top picks. So it's positive for the bank. That's it from my side. Over to you, Vikas.
Thank you so much, Banti sir. Good morning, everyone. Further news updates are Atul Auto, the three-wheeler maker, on Wednesday announced its foray into the electric vehicle space by launching 2 models at the Auto Expo 2023. Atul Green Tech Private Limited, a subsidiary of Atul Auto, launched Mobili, a passenger vehicle and cargo variant Energy. Adani Enterprises, Adani Group, on Wednesday said that it has a plan to invest rupees 60,000 crore in Madhya Pradesh across mineral exploration, energy, agriculture, renewable energy, and coal sector. The group, however, did not give timeline for the investment. Reliance Industry, arm Reliance Jio Infocom, has invested rupees 40,446 crore as it expanded the footprint in Tamil Nadu with the unveiling of true 5G services in 5 cities. And lastly, on ONGC Tripura Power Company Limited has signed a memorandum of understanding with Assam Power Distribution Company Limited for developing a battery energy storage system project of the capacity up to 250 megawatt, 500 megawatt in phased manner in Assam.